All right. What you're about to see, I am not myself. So I'm going to tell you the story about what happened to us coming here on the way to camp. Now, if you're new here, my name's Michael. I founded Overland Bound a few years ago. We're a worldwide community of off-road adventure travelers here to answer your questions so that you can go and find that connection with the great outdoors. Go check us out on overlandbound.com. We would really appreciate it. And again, we're here to answer your questions. So we came out here today, me and Mike, he does all the shooting, and we were going to shoot a video. We thought we were going to shoot a different video, not this video. But here's what happened. We knew it was snowing. We came up, we got up to several thousand feet and we started seeing the snow. So coming up the road, we got to a point where the snow was pretty thick and it was icy and we started to slide around. So I said, hey, there was a spot back a little ways where we can camp. Why don't we not go push it any further? I'm going to turn around here. Now, I know about driving in snow and slick and ice and stuff like that, and I've already had bad experiences out in Utah, etc. Maybe you guys saw that video. But I just didn't want to push it. There's no reason to. So I tell Mike, I say, hey, you just stay right there. Mike says, you want me to move out of the way so you can just back up? I'm like, no, I got this. It's like going all in on a mediocre hand, Mike. Now, have you guys ever been in a situation where snow's been on the ground a little while, it melts in the day, it freezes at night, and you can literally have the front locked, have the rear locked, have your center, have all the things locked. You take your foot off the gas while you're in drive, and all four wheels will continue to turn just with the power of the engine idling. That's how much traction you don't have. So, okay, now what I'm gonna do, now wouldn't it be funny right now if my rig grabbed traction and started backing up? Don't do this at home. Okay, so you run out of traction, you just run out of traction. You drive your rig in a hole and it's that ice slushy snow that's frozen a few times, you're not going anywhere. So, hey, you guys see, I got these trusty maxtrax. They go with me everywhere because I get stuck. You can dig with these, you can bridge with these, they're super durable. They're also $1 million. I love my maxtrax. So now, what you're about to see, not staged, not planned. I happen to have this set of, I happen to have these. These aren't as expensive as maxtrax and they're a little bit more compact. I don't trust anything I don't use. So we're gonna throw these under the tires, and my plan is that I got a little dry patch of grass there. Dry patch of road, dry patch of, it's dry right there. So what I'm gonna try and do, I'm gonna dig a little hole behind my tires. I'm gonna lay these out and see if I can break them. We're just gonna put them to the test and see what they do. So I have these recovery boards, and we try out different things because part of, I feel a responsibility to check out different kinds of equipment so I can tell you guys whether or not I like it, whether it works. And so a lot of times people just ask us, what do you use? And unequivocally we get to say, we use this because we've used it, we know it works, all right? So I was gonna try out these new recovery boards.
So one thing I'll say, these are all folded up in a little bag that you store them in. That's already one extra step. Now, if you're looking for compact though, you know, maybe that's a jam. Hey, they got instructions. Step 1, put the vehicle in park. Set the emergency brake. Set the emergency brake. With the smooth surface down, okay, you might want to be a little bit more clear, and center the short section as close to the stuck tire as possible. That makes sense. Release brake. Slowly accelerate to gain some speed. Drive out and to a safe place before stopping. Well, that sounds easy. Let's do it. One thing I'll say, these things, I've been digging, that's why I'm puffing. I'm also at 12,000 feet. All right. One thing I will say is that these do conform to the terrain. I wonder if that's a traction benefit. I don't know about that. Maybe it is, maybe it's not. All right. My prediction, that ain't happening.
I put them on there and just like using them, I was like, this isn't gonna work. This isn't like, okay, my maxtrax. Grab that board and I can dig with it. I can jam it under the tire. I'm like, there, I got purchase. But these things fold up like a xylophone. I was like, this is not gonna work. But I want to try it. I want to give them a go. I put them under the tires, and I was like, I followed the instructions. I haven't used these things before. Followed the instructions, and I just couldn't get that. This is what happened.
Nope. But it's just not biting, right? I mean, there's...
So, you know, I'm like, at this point, it's cold, it's dark. I'm like halfway considering camping right where the rig is. I've done that before. I'll handle it in the morning. But I'm like, bang, light comes on.
Oh, hey, I got a test. I'm just curious.
Swap them out for the big boys.
Let's do a little thing.
But here's a pro tip, you guys. Have your maxtrax or whatever recovery board you have easy to get a hold of. All right, you don't want to be fiddling with stuff when you're just trying to get out.
You know, let's just go ahead and complete this little test. Just do a straight up comparison.
So I'm like, great. Drop my maxtrax. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna give this a go. I dig a little bit. This is what happens.
Keep going.
Hold up now. Hold up now. Hold up now. The front end of the maxtrax has better grip, and so it allowed my tire to grab it. If you guys heard the tread immediately, here's my scientific hypothesis. This just buried when I got any weight on it. Those don't bury. That's my hypothesis. Highly scientific.
coming, keep coming, keep coming, keep coming. I think you're good.
That's it. I'm not trying to sell maxtrax, but maxtrax available at store.overlandbound.com.
Here's what I think happened there. Couple of things. A few things. One, the compound is super hard on the non-maxtrax boards, and that makes them slicker than snot. And so my tires wouldn't even grab them. They just slipped on them. And so we might be able to explain that away. We go, okay, well, those recovery boards are not right for this type of situation because it's wet, it's cold, it's snowy, and they're gonna slip. Well, so I'm just gonna stop right there. We can just stop right there. I don't need recovery tracks that are good for specific kinds of situations. I need recovery tracks that are good for all situations. So, you know, we threw the maxtrax on there. You guys saw what happened. I got out. Now, it wasn't, that was unplanned. I'm tired. I've been driving all day. I get here after dark. I'm in the snow and I get stuck, right? So you guys just saw it as it happened. Now, another thing about the different kind of boards, they're flexible, and when you get the weight of the vehicle on them, instead of being rigid and forcing the traction, they move away from the tire. They just get shoved down into the muck. Whereas the maxtrax are rigid, and once you have a purchase on them, they are not going to sink down and disappear into the muck. They're going to stay there, and it forces traction. Now, the pattern on the other kind of recovery board, it didn't do anything for me. The maxtrax have knobbies on them that grab your tire. I just don't want to mess with it. I don't need to try other things out. Like, you know, buy once, cry once is my thing. And you don't need to go spend senseless money. Like, you don't just spend money to spend money. But in a situation, being out here in the dark, being cold, weather's coming in, frickin' Sasquatch is running through the brush over there. You just want to get your rig out. Don't mess with it. So anyway, that's what happened. So the lesson here is ask people with experience what they use and why. Err on the side of caution, just go that route. If you're drivetrain, if you do have any kind of traction, I have a video about how to use your suspension in different scenarios. Go and check it out. Thanks for hanging out with me. Appreciate it. Until next time, outfit, explore. We'll see you on the trail. I'm gonna go to bed. I'm tired. I'm tired. I earned some sack time. I'm not complaining. I'm whining. I love this stuff. Love being out here. It's great. Tired. Fingers cold. Toes wet. I hear bears.